There's one thing I always wanted as a child. Can you guess it?
To be a princess.
Yes, but no.
To end capitalism.
This is what I want now.
To ride a unicorn.
No. I wanted the Bratz doll.
Oh, I thought you wanted to ride a dinosaur instead.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ride a dinosaur. Yes. But our parents didn't want to buy us Bratz doll.
Or dinosaur.
They are too skimpy dressed and too cool for us Christian girls. And my scene was always the more like respectable brand, so...
Yeah, but look at us now. We're adults with adult money. And we can do whatever we want.
Hooray!
So we're gonna make a
huge Bratz doll! And she's not that huge, but she's big.
It's huge, but not this.
Spoiler!
And a nice ass. Sorry.
Our character of choice for the first Bratz doll is sporty drama queen baby girl Chloe.
And because of the Valentine's Day coming up, we're taking part in the Lovecore collab with our doll friends. So, let's make love.
Core Chloe.
Bye!
Let's die. 40%, 15 minutes. So that means 2 parts bleach to 3 parts water.
It's not actually dyeing, but bleaching, but it doesn't have the same shock value, does it? I recently bought 3 meters of this denim, by accident of course, but it's too dark for what I want, so I had to lighten it up a bit. While that is soaking, I have made some prototypes of the Giorgio Giovanna inspired jacket with a heart cutout.
This is my test. This is like facing test. I hope this works, but we're gonna figure it out right now together. Forever.
The hardest part will be, of course, to make the cutout look nice in the scale, as it has small, sharp points, which can get bulky fast.
I think the hardest is small, and this is like too wonky. I think it needs to be interfaced, that's for sure. But damn, I don't know. I do like the sleeves though.
The second try was full of seam ripping.
That's what happens when you're stupid.
And I liked it better, but it was giving me anxiety, so I decided to sew something else first.
Bruh.
As you can see, I've ordered printed fabric already in the shape of a skirt, but I will make a hat first. Bratz had some really iconic large hats, and Alex told me that she specifically remembered this one, so let's make a New Boys style hat indeed.
Oh my god, it's like I'm a clown.
Luckily for me, Small Seams has the exact pattern for this hat, and better yet, it's free. So I just put it together with the lovely instructions she provided on her website. There's also a free knitting pattern, there's a couple actually, on her website, and I wish I was proficient in knitting enough to be able to make them. She even taught me how to knit once, but I have a long way to go before I can attempt them. Making hats is actually not so hard. The hardest part in making small clothes is sewing in the round, simply because sometimes the circles you have to stitch are very small and don't fit around the foot of the machine. But with a smart doll size hat, it wasn't too bad actually.
According to my knowledge, we should have made a hat. And there should be a hole somewhere here that we can use to make it appear as if it were, in fact, a hat. Yes! Pretty cute. Oh yeah, the size is definitely perfect for rats. I'm in the middle of my little sewing and look what just came in the mail. It's the parcel with the wigs from the lovely Leisure of Wigs. Leisure of Dolls, sorry. Don't mind me. Let's open it. Natural black. There's 2 of them. And it's the bob. And there's a cute accessory. Oh my god, this will go so well with the outfit as well. You guys, I don't know if I ever said anything about the bob and that they knew that I love the bob as well. This is so great. I'm so grateful, you guys. You didn't have to do that. And this is the one that we're actually using for this one. It's perfect. The color is perfect. The packaging is also so nice. Amazing. I'm so grateful that we get to use these wigs for our dolls now.
This is not sponsored by Dan and Chris, and I'm sure they don't need more promotion because they sell out every time. But if you live under a rock and you didn't know about Leisure of Dolls and you need a smart doll wig, I definitely recommend them. They have a really good quality hand-styled wigs, and you can see that it's a business that just comes from passion. And I want to thank Chris and Daniel again for sending us the wigs because they're just wonderful.
Hello, I'm beautiful. Pasuje jej. Ale ten wig jest po prostu mięciutki.
After this brief intermission, let's get back to the strawberry cow print and cut out the skirt. This is the first ever smart doll pattern that I made back in 2020 when I got my first smart doll, and I am finally letting it see the light of day. I decided for this rendition to go for a mid-waist, so I lowered the waistband a bit and got to cutting.
We have to make a choice. Do we put in the zipper first and trust that this pattern is good. It's been fermenting for a while, so there is a chance that it is a good pattern. Or do we try it on first? I think today is a YOLO day, and I'm just gonna breeze through it. How about that? I will start with the zipper then.
This skirt is such a basic garment that I think there's no need to dwell on it here, other than I really recommend using Wonder Tape for applying zippers, because it makes it so much easier to sew straight without pins. To make sure we are in the grungy 2000s aesthetic, I added cargo pockets from the denim I bleached earlier, and also a waistband in this color, which will not stay long. I thought it was a bit too long, so I trimmed it off and shortened the zipper, but the fit was still not really it for me.
This length is much better. And I would like to point out that it's probably this length on the pattern, but I promptly ignored.
The skirt wasn't either high-waisted or low-waisted, and I decided that low-waisted would be more appropriate. So with a heavy heart, the waistband got removed, but we added some details, so it is what it is. I would have never worn this if it was for myself. I hate low-waisted things, but here we are.
Before I get to the real deal, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks! If we pick ahead from our Smart Doll head collection, she wouldn't really be a Bratz doll, just a blonde girl with blue eyes dressed in pink. So I'm sculpting a Bratz imitation using a Smart Doll head as a base. I changed the shape of the chin and cheeks and closed the eyes, but I kept the shape of the neck hole and diameter of the forehead so the wig fits. The most challenging part was the lips. Bratz have these huge, voluminous lips, and I didn't want to make them too cartoony, but also not too small. Barb printed it in peach color resin, but it's never a perfect match, so I'm fixing it with a few coats of light skin tone color. I set it with varnish and MSC and started to plan the face. I think this was one of the most difficult face-ups for me ever. Like, I can't remember when was the last time I was struggling so hard to make things symmetrical and good looking. I want the signature Bratz style, but I know that the head was not 100% accurate with the real dolls, and of course I want to add something from myself. And I think I finally liked the version number 6 or 7 and started to add more details. Because MSC is really hard to find on the market now, I'm trying to really maximize the use of the layers, adding as much pigment as I can to avoid spraying. The side-eye is always more difficult than a normal straight look because it has to look good from every angle and it's just not easy to catch sometimes, but I hope I can manage it. I'm using mostly watercolor pencils, acrylic and vinyl paints, chalk pastels for the blush, contouring and makeup, but they can get splotchy on a recolored face like this, so be careful. I think Barb didn't tell you any ideas behind this design, so I will. We want a bit of Lovecore, a bit of Y2K, a bit of grungy, a lot of denim and animal prints, and a sprinkle of passion for fashion. I feel like Chloe's casual looks have a lot of blue and prints, and both a glam and a sport vibe. That's a cute and weird combo, but okay. And we know that adding so much blue is not really Lovecore, but I hope all the small details will do the job. The original Bratz doll don't have any small details like waterline, but we are here to improve and redesign things. And the head is way bigger than a regular Bratz doll, so I can fit more details in it. I was mostly inspired by Chloe's original look, but also the new animated short series Always Bratz proportions. So in my version, the eyes are placed a bit higher and the lips are not so wide. For the liner, I chose a very dark brown, so it looks a bit softer than pure black with the overall pastel theme. This project is a part of a Lovecore collab, and that usually means a lot of pink and red, but I don't want her to look like one of the Tweevils, so I muted it down to a more old rose kind of pink. Bratz are the queens of cut crease makeup, so I couldn't make a different choice here. To break the pinks, I'm adding a bit of light cream and baby blue to the crease makeup. I wouldn't know because I told you before I never had any Bratz doll, but I read that sometimes Chloe is portrayed with freckles. And if you give me a choice, of course I'm going to do freckles. I just like skin texture. I'm sketching some lashes with white first and going over them with a brown pencil. I really like how smooth and clean the makeup looks now, but it's not Lovecore enough. I tried a few looks with white pencil first, but decided to go for small cute hearts. First, they get white pencil treatment, then white vinyl paint, and then a tint of pink to blend well with the rest of the face. Before I add the proper lashes, I want to try adding some micro glitter to the lid. I did 3 layers, but the mattifying power of MST was superior, so the end result is not that sparkly. Usually brats have only 3 lashes on top and 2 on the bottom, but I refused to paint so little lashes on a cute feminine face, so I just had to give her a fuller look. Then a few catch lights and the face is finished. I know it may take a bit longer to get used to her face proportions on a smart doll body, but personally, I am obsessed. This is the Chloe I always wanted.
Before we get to the main attraction, which is the JoJo jacket, let's pause for a second and make a very simple bra out of lace, which is literally just a tube with the front gathered. And now, the jacket.
This is the final pattern, and because it's such a specific thing, I'm just gonna put it up for free on the website. So if you happen to need a jacket for a medium bust with a heart cutout, you can also make it. Let us start with the sleeves. I am doing things a little bit differently because I want the cuff to be folded over, but I don't want it to be stitched at either of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch it to the sleeve this wrong way, but then when I turn it to the right side, it's gonna be the right way, like this. Serged, hemmed, understitched, all the good stuff. These can wait. The back goes together like this. These go here first, you top stitch, and then this goes on this, and you also top stitch. The end result looks like this in the back, this on the inside. Thank you. Next, marks in place. Front left, front light. Side pieces go here, also top stitch, also a serge. Press nicely. Like this. For good measure, connect these and we'll be done with the outside-ish because we have to insert a zipper, but yeah, do that. This is where I am. The zipper's in. Did I rip it because I put it on the wrong side? Yes, but it is now in on the right side. I'm for now just folding it away because I don't want to cut it yet, and this can wait for, that's actually not true. We need to add the collar. Conveniently, it has marks for center back and for the shoulder points. So it's just a matter of pinning it in place and stitching, right? What could go wrong? Okay, now we can do the facing, which is basically the front but without most of the pieces. They just go together here and then they get serged here and here. And also they get their own this color. Now that we have this, maybe let's wait a second and do everybody's favorite, which is the sleeves. So this will go here and this will go here. Now the actual hard part. I mean, I think hard, maybe. Aligning these seams, I strategically ironed them the opposite ways to reduce bulk. I have a little notch here. Aligning these again. Also aligning these.
Nuts.
And I will be sewing on this side because on this side I have the little heart and then I also have to stitch along this. So I might finish here and actually swap for the zipper foot here because the pole is sort of in the way and I feel like this might not go too well. Attaching the facing first. Let's go. Good news is that all of our pieces are now connected. Bad news is that if it didn't work, we're gonna learn of it now. I've sort of turned it. It might require a little bit of like pressing and finessing. I'll do the side seams. This is also a good moment to realize that one of your sleeve is backwards so that you can take it out and stitch it again. Better now than after it's done, you know?
And now that that's done, I know you can see the bra peeking out, but that was sort of the fashion back then, so it's very intentionally there.
I might have to do some sort of closure on the top just so that it holds. But overall, damn, it's looking pretty good.
The base was good, but it still wasn't giving Angel Baby Girl 2000s, you know?
Hey guys, do you like this or this? Please vote now in the comments.
We will do what we like anyway.
This is what I came up with Alex. We like the white beads more, so that's what we're gonna go for. And you know your girl had to justify buying another tool, so we're doing some hot fixing today.
This little tool was on my radar for a while now, because I feel like I always refrain from adding sparkle to fabric because it falls away with regular glue. But with this, it's very solid and actually super relaxing to put on. I think this is the appeal of those diamond paintings, you know? You just plop shiny things and relax, you know? With all of the major clothing pieces done, I think it's time to move on to accessories. One of the more iconic Bratz elements for me were always their huge shoes that were like their feet detached with the shoes, you know, they had like a little stub, and that's the only thing that I remember from our neighbors Elvira Bratz, because she had them, we didn't. So we have to make big iconic shoes. I will do simple side zip ankle boots, and I did them with the same cow print. I taped my last and drew a center front, center back, and a side zipper line, and that's pretty much all the pattern making I'll be doing here. With an X-Acto knife, I carefully removed the pattern to scan it and prepare a good version with seam allowances and everything. And I stitched the zippers in first, then the front, the back, and the top hem. It's really simple shoe. The fabric was a bit sloppy, so I added a toe cap with interfacing with some glue, and then I lasted the shoe onto cardboard soles. At this point, we had the idea to make the shoe soles transparent with some glitter inside, like a resin shaker, but the glitters we bought were super delayed in the mail, and then we ended up wanting something darker anyway, so I remade the uppers in this navy glitter faux leather, and we ended up painting the soles to match. But I think it only makes the shoes look more massive and Bratz-like. It also gives some credibility to the outfit, because who has a skirt, a hat, and shoes made from the same fabric? One thing that I feel like is coming back is deconstructed pants, and leg warmers made from a pant are definitely going to match the vibe. I was trying to be lazy and just do a big scrunched up one, but Alex liked the detailed one better, and I have to agree, so this is how I made it. I literally took a bell bottom pattern below the knee, cut it out twice, and then added belt loops to it, and then I added belts to the belt loops and stitched it together in the back. And that's it. It's ridiculous how easy it can be to like elevate an outfit with basically some scraps.
A cute heart-shaped bag is a must here. Usually Barb is handling the bags, and she's doing it properly, you know, with patterns and fake leather and stitching and stuff. I don't know all that stuff, but she had so much to do this time that I offered to make it my way. It's also the way for people who don't sew, like me. The bag won't be functional, but real-life bags are also not necessarily made to be functional, just saying. This one is going to represent Chloe's nickname, Angel, and the heart will be made from craft foam wings. How cute is that? I covered the ugly parts with more foam, and it's time for assembly. To spice things up, I'm gluing this fuzzy snake I found in Barb's room when searching from craft foam. I even thought of making the handle from it, but I switched it for a denim stripe. And this is how a total amateur can make a bag. I said before that I want a bit of grunge, so I'm adding these chaotic ripped denim stripes to the leg warmers and the skirt in a darker and more muted shade of blue.
Your girl Chloe couldn't not have heart-shaped glasses for a Lovecore theme, and also your girl Barb has missed using the laser, so you know what that means.
It's pronounced Lassier.
Lassier.
Since I never made anything like that, I made a couple of versions, some for glue and some to bend later, maybe, and I didn't have pink acrylic that thin, so I used blue iridescent one and a clear just for good measure. I didn't do the greatest job matching the joints to glue, but I recalled that some people bent acrylic with heat, so I thought, you know what, I don't like my lungs, let's burn some plastic. I know it's not very visible on the camera because I was trying to not burn everything, but I gently heated up the corner of the glasses and the acrylic sort of just fell into the position.
Oh my god, that worked! It's amazing! Oh my god! That legit worked. I am so obsessed. They are a bit like squiggly now, but I think I'm gonna put like resin on it to be pink. So much better than having it in pieces.
I did try to add tinted resin to the glasses and also to tint them with an alcohol marker, but both of those ended up looking just blotchy. So Alex came up with the idea to cut a piece of vinyl in the same shape as the front and glue it with UV resin. It wasn't easy to get it to stick in the right place and get the resin layer thin enough but like thick enough, but with Alex as the lamp operator, it worked out. I think that's all of the accessories now, so let's take Chloe out for a date. This is how she turned out. I have to say, I am in love. From the iconic big accessories to the unmistakable Bratz expression, Chloe is here to steal your hearts. I really loved trying out new techniques like the hot fixing and the acrylic bending for this one, and it makes me wish I could experiment more and more, so I will write that down as a goal for next dolls. I think some of you definitely have a crush on Chloe, and if not, you can look for a dolly date in the videos of our doll friends who took part in this Lovecore collaboration. Visit Rock Puppets, I Could Do That DIY, Dollyana, and Electric Bunny for more V-Day videos.
Which of the Bratz girls would you like to see next? Let us know in the comments down below. To be honest, I already have concept sketches for the main 4 and also for my scene characters, so it's only the limited time that keeps us from making them. Remember to check out our Smart Doll patterns linked below and use code LOVECORE for a Valentine's Day discount.
Make sure to follow us on Instagram for some sneak peeks and subscribe for future videos. Join Patreon for behind-the-scenes content, and have an enchanted day. We'll see you next time. Mwah! This video was made thanks to our Patreons. The biggest credit goes to our top-tier Lost Sister supporters: Andamore Quack, Adia Bear, Wolfiana Wolfie, Lee, Mary Helen Burns, Call Me Ash, Barb from the Future, Erin McCoy, and Red X. We also thank our cousin-tier Patreons: Miss Markishtar, Gay Brat, Lindsay Wister, Ray, Whitetails, Hannah, Nini Cat, Gabby Wrights, Link NB, Thank You, Ellie Lol, Kit the Caroline, Awkward Sweet Potato, Lenita, Jessica Shrestha, Awkward Cat, Kito Kato, Burp BTW, Ashley Priest, Ryu, Emerald Havoc, Krista Hopper, Zippy McAdoo, Emma Thomas, Yumi Azura, Galina Harsian, Lucky Ducky Lulu, Series Eden, Leon Drostings, Mavi, DM Bakaisro Ona Smith, Jeanette, Josephine Falk, Kaylee M, Melissa Novoa, Rinth, Fan of TA, Catherine G, Ashley, Etwell, Hannah Lemon, Elise Sherbet, Zari, Amelia Blackwood, Andrea Brigadier, Brielle T, The Barbie Witch, Bowen, Inka, Stephanie, Tiffany Jeffords, Karaho, Landy Monk, Jane Beck, I Am Invisible, Caribou, Sibs Party, Dragonheart Customs, Ninja Sardazino, Dream Up, and last but not least, Catherine Nutton. Thanks guys. See you next time. Bye!
So,
Let's dive in!
if you don't watch till the end, you will have to tell your crush that you love them.